This is a review video of the utility jug mount by racejugs.com. I did reach out to them directly and they sent me 2 cans and 2 mounts and some hose benders that you see here for free to test out. I'm not being compensated for the video other than the free gear that you see here. So quick history as to why I was super excited to see these mounts is because a couple of years ago I stumbled upon these gas cans in Buc-ee's. If you're not familiar with Buc-ee's, they're these giant gas stations here in Texas. And so once I bought a couple of the cans, I absolutely loved them. Actually didn't buy them initially, but a short time later had a couple of these cheap gas cans from Walmart break and thought it would be a good time to try out these new utility jugs, as they're labeled. And I'm very glad that I did because for the price, the cans are fantastic. I'm actually going to do a separate review video just on the cans later, showing the durability and all of the features that I like about them. So here you can see some of my collection. They make both 5-gallon and 3-gallon jugs, a whole bunch of different colors. They make great containers to store my wood pellets for my pellet smoker. And you can see me here filling up the hopper. So back to the video, which is the can mount. The last time I popped into Buc-ee's, I was surprised to see this new product, and that's when I contacted Race Jugs to inquire more about them. So you can see it here mounted up to the trailer. Pretty easy to do. We were preparing for a 650-mile road trip headed down to Galveston Beach. And we've got everything loaded up here for the road trip, and snapped the can into the mount, and we're leaving the neighborhood and off we go. So here you can see we're going 75 miles an hour down the road. We hit all the typical potholes and bumps and stuff on road and a little off road too. And I was very impressed with the holding power of the mount. I kept joking during the road trip that every time we hit a bump that we were going to lose the can, but it never came out. So you can see here we've got all the toys loaded up. We're on a gas stop here. We've got some mini bikes and a Polaris Ranger. The mount would be perfect in the back of the Ranger. We go on some long trail rides. I always try to bring some extra gas, and this would be nice to secure it while trail riding. I don't think you'd have to worry about ratchet straps or bungee cords. It just snaps in there. It's a small footprint, and for $30, it's really hard to beat. I know there are other Race Jug or gas can mounts on the market, but they are more expensive. I've seen them starting for around $100. And they're usually made for 2 or 3 cans at once, which would be great for like a dedicated race car trailer. But these are so small you can mount them in various places. I actually thought about mounting one to a 2x12 that was maybe a couple of feet wide, and then that way you could make it removable. So just with a couple of screws, you could screw it down to the boards on a trailer and take it off if you needed to. So overall, definitely 2 thumbs up on these jug mounts. I'll definitely buy a couple of more for the back of my truck. Obviously the back of the Ranger, a couple on the trailer. Thinking you could put these on a tractor maybe if you wanted to carry some more diesel out into the field. Obviously an enclosed trailer or a landscaping trailer. Anywhere that you want to take some more gas and you don't want the can to tip over or slide around or have to bungee it closed. So we had just gotten home from the road trip here, and it was about 105 degrees outside in North Texas, just brutal hot. So in this demonstration, the plastic was a little malleable. It was a little squishy because it was so hot. But even with that, it just holds it really, really strong. So you can see it here. You kind of have to leverage one side in. So you start with one side and then you kind of squish the other side in, and it works great. So once you get it in there, it's not going anywhere. So the way it works is that one of the sides has the springiness to it, and the other side is welded shut. So once you get it in, the springiness, snaps into the ridges that are built into the can. And pretty simple installation with just the 4 bolts. The packaging on the mount says that you can put a lock in it. I believe that's more of what I would say a theft deterrent, not really a preventative, because even with the lock in, you can still wiggle the cans free. For the sake of my first use, I used zip ties as an experiment to just try to have some more holding strength, but they are not necessary at all after the trip that we had. So hopefully you found the video helpful. Thank you for watching and have a good one. And again, the website here is racejugs.com. And obviously, if you live in Texas near a Buc-ee's, you can get them there as well.